Thank you so much for joining me today. This is Whitney with the Yoga Art Space Studio. And today we've got an aerial yoga class inspired by a comment made here on YouTube with somebody asking me to create an aerial yoga class for overall toning and flexibility. So you got it. Your wish is my command. And today we've got this class with some of my favorite strengthening poses and stretching poses, the deep kind. And so without further ado, let's get started. Let's come all the way inside. Grab the front end of your fabric. Wave it left and right, freeing out all the fabric that was folded over. Grab 5 grips of fabric, walk back under plumb line, and come on inside. Bring the legs in, bring the head in. Enjoying a couple of breaths just to be right here, right now. No matter what's coming on, what's coming ahead of us today, whether in this class or in your life, I like to take these little breaks, breaking up our day, helping us realize that oftentimes what we put all of our effort to isn't the thing that will last in the end, but the pauses, the contemplative moments like this. This is what's really important. So that's why I like to make sure that we start and end just like this. So let yourself deeply enjoy 3 more wonderful breaths in the Shavasana. And with a 3rd breath, let's start stretching already. Let's take the right knee into the chest. Give that right ankle a few good rolls. And then right leg gets to stretch up to the sky. Our first little hamstring stretch of the day. Start to feel those muscles getting longer and longer. Now hook this right ankle on back left part. This sets it up for a hip opener, so slide that shin into the chest as deep as it's willing to go. Hips and hamstrings, some of my favorites, so we're going to make sure to include those good stretches. Take another good breath in. And exhale, free out the leg, give it another tug, and drop right leg down. Left knee in, ankle rolls a few times. Left leg up to the sky, start to stretch through the muscles on the back side of the leg. Hook the ankle on that back right part of the fabric, slide the shin in. We've got a nice hip opener. It's something like pigeon pose, just getting flipped up onto our back instead of the supine version. Just enjoy another wonderful breath in. A nice exhale. Free out the ankle. Drop this leg down. Keeping the legs inside, reach the hands up nice and high so that we can sit up. And let's take a back bend from here. Fabric gets brought to our low back. Grab onto the fabric as you start to spill over backwards, taking a beautiful arch. Perhaps you're ready to free out the arms, letting them hang down by your sides, or even clasping your hands behind you to pull down into a beautiful shoulder stretch. Our back and our spine giving this chance to open. Let's take 3 more breaths. With the third breath, release the hands, grip back on, gaze up, and gently support the spine as you rise all the way up. Coming back up to sit, reach the hands for the feet, getting that opposite stretch through the spine as you round forward into the straight leg stretch in front of you. Notice how the legs want to bend because the hips are the heaviest point of the fabric. Instead of letting that happen, try to purposely straighten through the legs, getting that flexibility just a hair deeper. Rising up, kick the legs free off the front. We're heading into a boat pose, so grab on from the outside, balancing on the hips, bring the knees in, finding this nice good place, making it harder if we allow the arms to be free of the fabric off to the outside. So from here, we've got a few things that we'll be doing, helping to work the core. First and foremost, extend the toes out, bring the knees in, exhale. Inhale out, exhale in. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest down for just a moment. Floating child pose. Hook the elbows, lean the shoulders forward. Sitting back up, take bicycles. So resume that boat pose, and then one leg circles out, and then the other. Here's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and resting down. Floating child, another couple of breaths. And one more time up to boat pose. This time try to straighten the legs as much as possible and lift the straight legs up and down. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Drop the knees back down. We're gonna head into an inversion behind us. So hook your thumbs on the back edge of the fabric. Bring the fabric down to the back side of the belt line so that you can lean back. That locks it into place. Regrip the hands on and head backwards by making sure the legs go wide. Wrap the ankles. Once you're upside down, fingertips go by the ears. We're going to take crunches forward. And then once you're hanging back down, do a crunch backward, squeezing those back muscles. So 9 more of those. 9, 9, 8, 8, 7, 7, 6, 6, 5, 5, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1. Release and let yourself hang for a few breaths. That nice relaxation heading down through the spine. Now keeping the toes wrapped, reach up and grab the fabric by your thighs, and then make sure that the fabric is covering past your knees. From there, continue to walk your hands up above the toes. From this point, squeeze the knees into the middle, and continue to walk up, pulling yourself up and through into this high wrapped position. From here, your right shoulder goes in front of the fabric, and your right hand grabs onto that right side above your head. Shift your knees like a pinwheel. You're facing the left side. And so from here, push as hard as you can with the left arm, strengthening that side. Create resistance as you release. 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Release the pinwheel, take it to the other side. This time it's left that's at our back, right that's in front of us. Push as hard as you can, and then like a negative, slowly let the release happen. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Now gripping up high with each hand, reset the pinwheel to face forward, and we're taking a bow pose. The hips go forward, we're gripping up above us. Feel your whole spine arch. Take 3 more breaths. After that third breath, weasel the hips back in. Grip onto the spot right in front of your shoulders. And then we simply head backwards. We're into that hang again. If you want to hang for a few more breaths, that's fine. Gaze up toward the belly button, reach the fabric that's by your thighs, unwind the legs, and enjoy a few breaths floating child pose. Now as we start to sit up tall, let's head toward vampire pose. With this vampire, we're going to need both legs to be inside the fabric. So start to get your legs in already. As you lean back, you just want one thin layer of fabric covering the shoulders. That's your protection because that's where your weight is carrying you. So again, make sure you've got some fabric up your legs, like a little blanket tucking you in at night. If you've got a long body like me, you might just have a little bit extra, and that's okay today. Just whatever extra you have to cover your legs, bring it up there. Again, double check you've got some fabric covering your shoulder, not too much to push into the neck. And then grip up high, just a comfortable grip, one hand on each side. Feet hike up, and then the feet press outward into each part of the fabric so that you can rise upside down. From here, with control, bring the feet away from the two sides. You're balancing on your own. Start to bring the hips behind your shoulders as the toes pike forward. And then reach the toes all the way back up to balance. Taking that 4 more times. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Now return back to that piked position. This time set the toes down into the fabric. And then straighten yourself up for a plank upside down. We're gonna hold for 10 breaths. Inhale 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, time for a stretch. Step the right foot down, even hop it forward. And then as you sink the weight back, we're in an amazing split stretch. So just enjoy this time to be right here. One of my favorite stretches because gravity helps the splits happen. Amazing. Hop the foot back underneath your hips, and then step this right foot back into the pocket. Left foot steps down, hops forward, and then we sink our weight back once again. Amazing. Hop back under the plumb line so you don't swing like crazy. As you step back into plank, holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Amazing. Pike the hips back up as slowly as you can. Bring the legs up through vampire. And then hips back down. Roll slowly down. To our break pose. Head can come back in, or you can just grab onto each elbow to create a little pillow for the arms. Head resting. Amazing effort so far. You're doing so great. Okay, begin to kick your feet free off the front. Reach up. Sitting up tall. Make sure you still have enough blood in your head. So if you need to take this floating child pose for a few more breaths, just enjoy that time. When we're feeling safe to come out, let's grip one hand on each side. Pushing the knees down into the fabric lifts us up like a little pull-up. Slowly lower down. Good. Shake the hands out for a moment. You're leaving the fabric over each shoulder, kind of like a backpack, because we're going to use that here in just a moment. Okay, fingers feeling really happy. Clap your hands together. Bring those hands up overhead and then circle behind the fabric. Circle that same direction around the fabric one more time and then grip on. So from here, we're gonna do a flexed arm hang. We're gonna try to stay tucked up in a tight ball for as long as you think that you can. And then when you think that you have to drop down, try to hold 1 or 2 more breaths longer. So trying to go just slightly longer than you think that you can go. Now, for some people, doing the full flexed arm hang, curling up into that tight ball, is not even a possibility. So if you just need to do hops, trying to get your arms to work out little by little, that's great, take it. Okay, take a nice inhale. Exhale, hop up and hold, keep on breathing. Amazing work. If you're still going, hold a little bit longer. If you're out, shake your hands out. And then if you haven't come down yet, go ahead and come down. Now, this fabric that's off to each side, you're bringing your elbows into the middle of the fabric. So off on each side, our elbows are in. Our hands are just a light grip. After what we just did, fingers don't want to do too much. So just a light grip with the hands. And then start to squat down until you feel your elbows holding your body weight up. Shoulders are not rising up to ears, rather they're pressing down. So make sure you've got a good steady spot. From here, allow the legs to go down. Try to lift the feet off the ground. And then we're gonna do 10 little crunches. So knees in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, right foot forward, left foot back. At first, start off kind of like a pyramid pose, both legs trying to go straight. And then try to curl both knees into the chest to switch it out. Curl the knees in, switch right foot forward again. And left foot. Good, both feet underneath, come up to stand. Bring the fabric out in front of you. Shake the elbows out, shake the arms out if you need just a moment. Okay. So from here, step the right foot immediately inside the fabric. We take a splits forward for just a moment. The leg goes straight. Sink some weight forward. Weight comes back, and we do some nice pull-ups. If you bend the knee, it's easier because your legs do some of the work. If your leg is straight, it's harder because your arms have to do more of the work. So your choice, we're going for 5. All the way up, all the way down. Keep on breathing. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now bending the knee, step up, all the way up to stand. Bring that left leg out in front, pulsing up 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. From here, hop down, the right toes tuck, grabbing the fabric as you lower in front. That sets us up for another splits pose, this time backwards. So hands down, legs straightening. Walk your hands backwards to help head toward that splits position. If you run out of space, hop the front foot forward. Gives you a little bit more to work with. And then plant the hands down, step both feet into the fabric, and pike the hips up over the shoulders, trying to stay in that piked position for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and left knee down for pigeon pose. Sink the weight backwards. Drop the right knee down, a moment with child pose. Rising up, grab one hand on each side of the fabric, plant both feet, and take a few pull-ups before we come up to stand. You choose how many is good for you right now. Maybe 5, maybe 10. Eventually come up, shake the hands out for a moment. And then left foot steps into the fabric. Second side, left leg straight. Start off with a moment of splits. Sinking some of that weight forward. Okay, pull-ups, 5 of them, knee bent or leg straight, your choice. Here is 5, exhale, inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, bend the knee, rising up to stand inside, right leg forward, pulsing up 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Grab on, little pull up, tuck the left toes to catch, lower in front. Maybe the bottom foot hops forward a hair so that when you drop the hands down, straightening both legs, walking the hands back, you're in that great splits pose. Planting hands back forward toward the top of the mat. Step both feet in. This time flatten out and then pike hips up. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, left leg down, pigeon pose. Okay, dropping left knee down, take a moment with child. Rising up, grip one hand on each side, step the feet, do a few more little pull-ups before we head up to a standing position. Shake the fingers out once you're up. We've done amazing work. We've got one last huge hip opener. This is one of my favorite poses for the hips because the act of dangling upside down in the cobbler's pose naturally helps the hips push open. Now, not everybody's ready for this pose because it is an intense massage directly into the inner thigh. So if you need to come out, just come out. Make sure that you bend the elbows and then use that grip to help you come up, you'll see. And you don't have to do the full thing if you're not ready for it, or if you've never done this one before, or if you don't have a spot to help you out in case you fall stuck. So, step the side of the right foot in. The left foot comes in right next to the other. We're in this low squat behind. Knees are behind the fabric. One shoulder needs to go forward and then the other. And for some people, this is enough. You already feel the hip opener, you're good. If you're going into the inversion, grip your fingers up high so you don't get those fingers stuck. Fabric goes past the hip bones, and then use those tricep strength behind you to lower you down into that full cobbler. Feel the hips open, feel the spine release. If you need to come out, just grip back on and help yourself up. Otherwise, let's be here a little bit longer. Enjoying the fruit of a lot of our labor today. We did so much effort. If you want to hang a bit longer, that's fine. When you're ready to come up, grip, rise, give your head a few breaths. And then free out your shoulders. Straighten the legs and step one foot down. If you're out, let's come right into our final Shavasana. Grabbing the front end, wave it left and right. A couple of grips of fabric into our hands. Well-deserved Shavasana pose. Now as we come full circle, notice how well your body receives this Shavasana since we've worked and stretched so deeply. Sometimes at the beginning one, our body's like, I want to go, go, go. So it's nice to notice this contrast from the start to the end. Just let your body receive the benefits of laying here for a few minutes. Just letting your breath slow, calm, deepen. Begin to deepen your inhales and your exhales. Stretch the arms out long behind you. Let the shoulders go right and left a few times to each direction, helping to prepare the body once again for returning back to our normal life. When you're ready to sit up, kick the feet free off the front, rise up to sit, joining hands together in front of our heart. And know that we're different. Our body is different now than it was 30, 40 minutes ago. We're always changing, so don't feel like you have to be stuck in the same mindset, in the same pattern of thinking that you've always had. Because if we're always the same, then we can't expect different results to happen for us. So we're changing, our life is improving, and with that idea to help lead us forward, let's wrap up the time we got to share together with a silent Om. Taking a deep inhale now, Exhale through the entire Om. May we be filled with light and happiness and peace. Namaste.